Brent, talk about the most popular qualifying session in NASCAR. How wild was it, and how will it benefit you tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's just so challenging. I mean, you think about it. We live and die by pit road speeding penalties coming onto the pit road week in and week out. You're getting the most out of that line. That yellow line. Do not cross that yellow line speeding. Now tonight, you cross that yellow line going as fast as you possibly can, speeding as fast as you possibly can. So drastically different. You go up on top of that building and you watch guys, you watch your peers, you watch yourself. You make mistakes, you watch them make mistakes. You learn, put that in the bank, and try to make the best of minimizing those mistakes. And in a deal like that, it's so easy to psych yourself out. I walked out there with Austin Dillon. He's like, man, I hate this. This is all I've thought about all day long. I was like, dude, I've been there, you know what I mean? And the more you think about something like that, the more you psych yourself out. I mean, I went over to Bass Pro Shop in between and did some shopping, got a new fishing rod and got caught up on my outdoor stuff, going on vacation a couple weeks, got some flip-flops and just kind of chilled out and drove back over here and rolled through Camping World, looked at some motorhomes, daydreamed over there a little bit, and come back over, put your fire suit on, and go out there and just kind of put a lap in. Our Fords are extremely fast. Frustrated that we haven't been able to break into victory lane. We're poised to do that. I'm telling you, the Stuart Haas cars have been extremely fast. Kevin, showed his muscle last week in Kansas. Had a mishap and didn't get his win. We've been knocking on the door at Richmond and Bristol and Martinsville. I mean, we've with our 14 car, I'm very proud of the job that Booga and everybody's been doing. That was the difference tonight. Tonight it was all about going fast and getting the most out of 3 laps. And I do love the aspect that you add that pit crew. Gives them a time to shine. My pit crew's been doing a jam up job all season long, and they were a big part of that. I call that a win. That is a victory. That's something that's not just a qualifying lap. That's a total team effort, and that's why I feel like that's a victory. And everybody has to do the job. You gotta have a fast car. We check that box off. You gotta do a great job coming on pit road and getting into the box, getting the most out of that. We check that box, and those guys laid down a good pit stop. Check that box, and we rolled over here and checked another one off with a trophy. So there's only one more, and that's to take Marcus's $1 million and go to the house and have a good time with it.
Beautiful. Okay, open up for questions with Clint. We got several. We'll start right here and work our way around.
Hi, Clint. Jill Overton, WIXC Radio. Congratulations on the pole, man. Great job. What do you contribute or attribute the fact you won the pole to? Was it more on the track part, or getting off and on the pit road and maintaining speed?
Yeah.
I know you had a good pit stop, but just overall, how would you describe what brought on this pole?
Well, that's what I like about it. It's a total team effort, right? It's not any one of those things. It's all of them. It's a fast, hot ride on the racetrack. We were definitely fast. Everybody saw that. The technology that we have today, I don't like it. I just don't like the fact. I love it as a fan. You can sit there, but as a competitor, I can just sit there and pick a guy apart, and they can't you. You're watching the ghost car. I mean, it's like, well, yeah, I can't make that mistake, or that's where he beat me, or this is where I beat him. I don't like that. I like getting out on the racetrack and figuring that out the old-fashioned way. I guess call me old school or whatever, but you watch those things, and everybody saw that our cars are extremely fast in the ghost car and in our lap. And then, I didn't give up much at all at coming on the pit road and getting into the pit box. And then all of a sudden you see the guys, it's their turn to shine, just like I said, and laid down a good pit stop. We got out of the box good, and we set on the pole. That's a cool team effort, and that's why I was like, hey boys, don't run off. I know you're going to get a beer somewhere, but come over here. This is an effort, and if they're going to want me in victory lane, let's go over here and take a picture together.
Back.
Barry Richmond, WAKG, Piedmont Broadcasting. We're looking at tomorrow night, what used to be a 10-lap shootout for the $1 million, now it's 15 laps. Car fall off, strategy, what do you see the difference for that tomorrow night?
You know, tomorrow night, today was such a drastic different, day than we've had. I mean, this is the hottest day by far that we've had with this package, and it presented its own set of challenges. You know, when you have a package, or call it a package program, whatever we got here, when you have this new, form of racing that we have right now, we have always lifted out of the gas. You run around here, you're, enabled to run around here wide open. And when you do that, you don't unlock the locker, you don't allow the car to free up the way it is typically standardly always done over the years at a track like this. And when that happens, you're asking a lot out of the front tires as you get past the apex of the corner. Then things hold on, then you just kind of feel them start to, I can't hold on anymore. They start to give up, a little more grip, you slip that thing, slide it up at least a little bit. Boom, boom, it just keeps falling off more and more. $1 million more, man, and that's all you can ask for tonight. Jacob?
Jacob Tillman, Speed Sport. Clint, you kind of alluded to it in your opening comments, and we enjoy watching it, but do people underestimate just how challenging this qualifying format is for all the different variables and elements that are involved in putting up a fast time?
Yeah, there's an excitement level, I guess, a sex appeal to danger. I mean, there just is. And that's a dangerous qualifying format, and I don't mean that as a knock. I'm not that I'm scared of it, at least a little bit. I'm not. But it also gets the hair on your back raised up, and it gets your attention, and you're nervous. It's fun to be nervous. It is. I mean, I think nervous is a healthy thing in competition. If you don't roll up to the starting grid or the starting line, like I screw up racing a motorcycle, if you don't roll up there nervous, something's missing, you know what I mean? And tonight, with this, you could slip up and maybe wreck. You're nervous that you could slip up and cost yourself a chance at $1 million. When the stakes are high like this, the nerves and tension go up too, and I think that's where the appeal comes from. Go to Bob.
Bob Hodgers, Fox Sports. Next week is the 600. Does the sport still need a 600-mile race?
Yeah, absolutely. I wholeheartedly believe that it does. That's a grueling race, but I mean, we've been all across the board with it. We've had races where it's like, man, where'd it go? That seemed like faster than a normal race, and then all of a sudden we've had other races where it's maybe strung out or green flag stops or just whatever. I mean, that's racing, man. I've watched my dirt late models. That's the thing about us racers is we don't just race cup cars. We're involved in so many different forms of racing. We grew up in different forms of racing, different platforms, different stepping stones of getting to where we are today. We don't use the benchmark of Sunday afternoon racing on a 1.5 mile speedway in Charlotte Motor Speedway is the only information that I ever have towards a direction of what I feel like a good race is. I mean, I'm acclimated to racing my whole life. I'm acclimated to racing, tonight, as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to watch my dirt late model guys race. I'm watching the sprint car guys race. I mean, we're racers. That's what we do. And, last night was a hell of a race with the late models. You might roll over into a different track in Iowa, and it might be dry, it might be a different circumstance, it might be not the best race you've ever seen. But you just never, that's, I guess the anticipation and the unknown is what's, always been appealing to me is, you don't know what that 600 miles is going to give you. You could go out there and sit on the pole of that thing next week, and next thing you know, make a mishap. That's the crazy thing is when all the different challenges come because of the length of that race. A lot of different things, attrition on your equipment, attrition with your team, communication, any kind of weak link in the chain, and you're out. And that's why I think it's always important to at least have one of those long races. I've always said I'm all for a 24-hour race in our sport. I think it'd be totally cool.
Would you do all 24?
I would. I really honestly think I could. But I know I could do it with maybe just one other one. But I mean, I know a lot of those sports car racing, I'm a complete idiot right now, but I honestly think I would love to try. Might fall asleep halfway through the night, pile it up in the wall, but I'd try. Maybe a 24-hour race with a break, huh? Pee break, a potty break.
One stage, one potty break.
Yeah. So the truck races,
Just about.
let's get out of their way and let them steal the show.
We got one more from Mark.
Oh. Actually, I got two quick questions. Number one, you said before, like, hey, my paycheck is what I do on Sunday. You got a poll here tonight. Does it frustrate you at all? You came so close to the end of last year. You've had a couple opportunities this year to win a poll for a points race. It's been 417 races, which is even
Mark,
hard for me to believe.
You don't have to remind me that.
Okay, well, so just does how much does that bug you?
It did, man. It was, I don't know. I've never had any paycheck I've ever had. I've never got paid on Friday, or they never say anything about Friday on them. But it's so important to going in and having a successful weekend on Sunday. Try it. It is not like you know. Try. I talked about it. Getting yourself psyched up. I don't know what it is about me, but I can tell you in a format like this, since I was a little kid, I would be better at that than I would be at like the standardized same thing every week. You know, I feel like I'm a better short track racer than I am on a mile and a half, but I don't know why. I just am. You know, my dad will tell you, get your head right, damn it, it's your mind, you know. No, I come into a mile and a half thinking I'm going to win just like I do on the short track. It just doesn't seem to happen very often. Kind of like a poll, Mark. I appreciate you bringing that up. And my father reminds me of that as well. So I can't wait to call him and tell him that it happened. I'm sure he's watching, probably already on his third beer. But no, excited about tomorrow night. And then the other thing that pisses me off is when somebody asks, you know, what does $1 million mean to you? Are you out of your damn mind? It's $1 million. That means $1 million. I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or the guy that's going to pick up the grandstands after tonight. $1 million is $1 million. And if you think that it doesn't mean anything different to me than it does to you, you're crazy.
And just one other quick question. Next week on Sunday, big race day, right? Grand Prix of Monaco.
Dude, Mark, it's $1 million damn I'm sitting on the hold for. You're gonna ask me about Monaco? If I win this $1 million, maybe I can rent one of them dinghies on the back of one of them boats and watch Monaco. My flip flops I bought from Bass Pro. Alright?
Have you ever thought about, dreamed about running a Grand Prix like the streets of Monaco
I have
or
dreamed.
8500?
The only thing I've dreamed is knowing somebody that's got one of them boats in Monaco and being able to go watch that race someday. So that's all. The dream always ends bad. It always, you get booted before you get on, you know, tell them you're somebody else, and it just doesn't work. So that's where my dream is. No, hell no. Who dreams of that? You really think somebody could, like, possibly, before they wake up, that they dreamed the accomplishment of racing Monaco and coming back and racing the 600 or the 500? Hell no. You'd wake up way before that.
All right. Thank you, Clint. Congratulations.